What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. Konami, who usually hates talking about case ratios, pull rates, and that sort of thing, has officially addressed, and not named, which triggers me a little, their brand new rarity on their YouTube channel just now. So I'm gonna let Jerome take it away for the first part and explain how freaking hard these are for you to pull.
So yes, these cards are real. There are 4 of them, and they are extremely hard to get. How hard to get? Well, you know how you're really happy when you pull a secret rare? Well, you're probably going to be about 50 times happier than that if you pull one of these, because they are about 50 times harder to find than any secret rare.
50 times harder to find than a secret rare. Let me break down some quick maths for you guys. That's 2 secret rares per box. So to get to 50 secret rare pull ratios, that's 25 boxes. That is over 2 entire seal cases of boxes for one of these 4. Now, he does note that these will only be in the first edition Rising Rampage boxes as well, meaning unlimited special editions are not going to be adding to the quantity. In order to get this ultra rare amazing card, you have to have it in first red. There's no pleb mode of this. Now, he notes that it will come for 1 rare, 1 super rare, 1 ultra rare, and a secret rare. So that seems like it will be a continuing theme throughout the sets. Kind of like how ultimate rares used to jump around and could be different rarities for cards, but wouldn't be every card in the set. Like, you know, Winda's not an ultimate rare, but Construct is. So this looks to target out specific cards of Konami's choosing within the set and give 1 bump up. Now, when we originally saw this rarity, I was excited because I thought, oh boy, it's going to maybe up the quantities of hard-to-get cards within the set. But with only 1 being a secret rare, and let's look at that. There's 4 different cards. If you're only pulling 1 of these out of every 2 cases, that means if this isn't somehow shorter than the other 3, you're only seeing 1 of this prismatic extra rare, whatever we're going to call it, because he notes within the video that the Megatons will be a different rarity, that you will see the cross secret rare patterning on the Megaton cards, but you're not going to see it be the same as these. So similar to World Superstars is what we're expecting for the Megatons prismatic secrets. 1 out of 8 cases for this Appaloosa. That is actually insanity. And can we just take a minute for this nice, sleek reveal of the good look at the Appaloosa regional playmat in the background, too? That was pretty cool of them to add in this video. So, Jerome going over all of this leads me to go back over my initial reaction to this rarity and the current price points and where I think they will end up falling down. Appaloosa is currently at above $400. At 1 per 8 cases, this is like 8 times harder to pull than a ghost rare version of her if it existed. Ghost rares were closer to 1 per case, as I recall. Appaloosa, 8 times harder. So currently, it's what, around 5 times, 6 times the price point of what it's at, because it's around 70. So 70 times 6, 420. Makes sense, right? 8 times harder to get than the regular version. Even if I wanted to, there's still going to be a price demand, like how many people are actually spending versus people pulling it. There's no coolant from this rarity on the special editions. This is highly exclusive to sneak peeks and original first edition box prints of Rising Rampage. And that will continue through each set. Reevaluating my initial impression to the rarity, I was super hyped that there would be massively more quantities on market of each card, but how many cases are realistically open? How many actual Appaloosas extra does this throw on market to try to cool the regular version of it for the meta players? Not at all. Not really at all. Win also shows that it's sticking up there in price. She's a waifu card that people are pretty excited for. I don't think it'll find its way into the metagame that much, so it'll be truly interesting more so to watch this rarity upgrade and how it will interact with the market over the next 2 months than this one. This one is destined to kind of stick high for a while because it's a rank 4, or a link rating 4, that sticks around the metagame and already has a high price. The true collectible value of these cards kind of rest with Win here, because it shows a card that has card lore that people are excited for, an archetype that people look at favorably, and then what people will be willing to list these at, knowing that they're 1 out of every 8 cases for this specific version. So when I'm saying 1 out of every 8 cases, there's 4 different of these, and the chance is 1 out of every 2 case, meaning getting a specific one is 1 out of every 8, to clarify. I know I'm pretty excited, so I might have jumbled my math and thoughts. Seahorse already shows us that people are willing to really tank under and try to make a sale on this rarity already, with a card that may not see as massive of play. While it is an anime card, it is once again a grill. Marinsa's Seahorse is already being listed at $195, relatively willing to let it go versus all the other pre-sale prices versus when the set actually comes out and has the fallout. So we do see that the ceiling's not like invincible on these cards. It matters what they are and what people will pick and choose. But like I said, the true strength of this lies here. Wow. This entire product reveal from Konami, first off, giving us communication on ratios, thank you. That's pretty dang awesome to hear it from the source of the mouth, rather than having to mass open products and really try to figure it out ourselves. That's a cool step forward and in line with the community, because usually Konami doesn't like talking ratios or even guaranteeing it. When you see it on the box, it's still not a guarantee, it's kind of a suggested. So for them to step forward and give that line of communication, I'm really happy with that. And I'm also kind of happy with the reveal besides not having an official name for it, because everyone's calling it Prismatic Secret, but like we said, the ones in the tins will be different. That is confirmed in the video. I think it's really cool, because I just did a poll in Zodiac asking what people thought of this idea, where if we had, say, Ghost Rares come back, but they're exclusive to, say, products that were only handed out at sneak peeks and regionals, because those packs are set aside different, they're put in kits, they're not a sealed product. If we could put Ghost Rares in only those products, would you like to see them back? And it was an overwhelming yes. This is a similar scenario. This is an upped rarity. So, I even made an example, not specifically Ghost Rare, but say Ghost Rare. This is a specific rarity put only in first edition packs to make something even extra special of value for those packs moving forward. Yu-Gi-Oh's highly struggled with sealed products since the Megatins holding value, because the Megatins would print cards in the exact same rarity, which is something else that Konami fixed this year. The secret rares will look different than the original secret rares, and they have even noted that cards that were once super, ultra, and secret and rare will not be in the same rarity this year. So Konami is looking at the long-term collectability of their products, and not only the printing of this rarity, but now forward in their other products, which makes for a very interesting look at how they're approaching their trading card game. Good communication, considering their products moving forward rather than just making it a cash grab, but also for people to hold on to long term. I'm liking these moves. I think this rarity, even though it doesn't give the quantities I initially wanted, it still gives conceptually value longer term to sealed product, just for that one-off chance, that lottery ticket chance of 1 out of 25 boxes. It's not absurd, but it is very hard to get. I like this. I still like this. Even if it's not, you know, this coolant that I wanted for the entire market on cards, I like what it is doing for the product overall. Let me know your opinions on this in the comment section down below. I know not everybody is like a big fan of the look, but Ghost Rares got criticized at first too. People were like, I'd rather see the card art. These are too easy to scratch. Whenever something goes missing, it then gets romanticized. Within the core sets, El Shadow Construct, while it was being played within the metagame, was only $5 higher than the Ultra Rare. Now, the gap is just gigantic. It really just comes down to like, once something is gone, then people seem to really miss it. I think these cards look really good, personally, but I also get other people, oh, it looks like they just threw glitter all over the card, it's too shiny for me. Rarities aren't going to be to everyone's taste. Some people like super rares over ultra rares, even though it's considered a lower rarity. I think this is a good move for the sealed product. The prices are speaking to it right now, and we'll truly see the actual quantity push of this for this set. And another note, Rising Rampage isn't going to be one of the most open sets. There's not a lot that people are excited for in the metagame right now. It really has a Code of the Duelist feel to it, to where a lot of these cards are going to be better later. Marincess gets better later. Tenyi gets better later. So it's like, just like how Goki had to wait to get better, or Trickstar Reincarnation, you know, that card was cheap forever and then really spiked when Trickstars got more play when Sky Strikers were introduced. It feels like one of those sets that has longevity, but initially is going to do terribly. So this aspect to it is our first look at this rare on the market, but is not defining because we can see in future sets what they choose also and how it will affect those. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of this line of communication and product. Let me know how you feel about it. I truly do want to hear. And if you're shopping TCG Player for these super expensive cards, please use my link down below, although I currently don't advise it. I don't think it's going to go up from there with this news. I think it's, you know, already highly priced, and I still think this is going to fall more so towards 300. My initial reaction was that this would be 225. But with the new reveal ratio, 1 out of 8 cases, I'm starting to think 300's more where this will lie once people get more hands on them. But let me know if you think it's going to stick there, if it's going to go down with this. It's insane. It's hard to call when it's 8 times harder to get than a ghost rare, it feels like. Or 2 times. If you want a specific one, it's a lot harder to get. Thanks for watching, everybody.